It's your boy Nando. We back with another video, man. Well, you already see it. You already see the topic, man. The female cartel bosses of Latin America. I don't really know a lot of female cartel bosses, so let's just hop straight to the video, man. But before that, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below if you like this type of videos, man. But other than that, let's just hop straight to it.
When we think about the war on drugs, we tend to think of one group of people in particular: men. Drug bosses are almost by definition male. The picture is usually of male cops chasing male dealers or male kingpins making billions and buying themselves hippos. But this leaves out very important rising trends of this global story.
La reciente liberación de Marjorie Chacón, conocida como la Reina del Sur, ha dejado a muchos preguntándose cómo logró reducir la pena de 26 años de prisión que enfrentaba a 5 años.
In this episode, we're looking at some of the most important female drug trafficking bosses in Latin America and how they are and aren't representative of how the war on drugs affects women in the region.
Fuck with that. Fuck with my female bosses, man.
The tiny town of El Espiritu sits on the border between Honduras and Guatemala. Though home to only around 3,000 people, this remote settlement has long been a key node on the cocaine superhighway connecting Central America to Mexico and the US. And for decades, El Espiritu was run by the Vale drug trafficking syndicate, and amongst others, by its feared matriarch, Digna Vale.
My name is Deborah Bonello. I've recently put out a series of stories for Vice World News on a number of women who have very high-ranking positions.
I have a question though. If you females, if y'all were in the news reporters, like, will you be showing your face after you post some stuff like that? Like, if you were in her shoes, will you show your face after posting some shit like that?
In the cartel.
Posting shit about cartels. They don't stop. If they see this, they're not gonna stop till they find her. I hope she's good though, funny shit.
Across Latin America. I had asked Digna for an interview 2 or 3 times and she'd said no. All the times I asked her, she said no. So I figured, I'll go to her hometown and ask around about her. But there we were greeted by her next door neighbors, and suddenly they had Digna on video saying, "Oh, you want to speak to Doña Digna? Well, here she is." And she was sitting on the end of a bed in Houston, asking me what I was doing there.
The Vale family started off as cattle rustlers and smugglers, but made their true fortune when they switched to cocaine trafficking during the 1980s and 90s. US authorities claim that at their height, they were moving tens of thousands of dollars of coke over the border every month, making up to $800,000 on a single shipment. The Vales worked directly with El Chapo Guzman of the Sinaloa cartel, who was a semi-regular visitor to El Espiritu. And, unusually for a drug cartel, a lot of the trafficking activity was overseen by Digna. Along with her brothers, she was both feared and respected in El Espiritu.
Many of the border regions in Latin America are very lawless and are characterized by an absence of the state. So you have families like the Valle cartel sort of being these alternative powers and creating their own kind of governments. Digna and her family contributed to the building of this massive Catholic church in the middle of El Espiritu. But of course, those sorts of contributions come at a price, so they expect your complete loyalty in return for that. If the Valle family ever felt that loyalty was not honoured, they would often send out people to kill villagers that they didn't think were on side.
This all came crashing down in July of 2014.
When I funny shit, cartel people, bro, they're just ruthless. They just, if they want it that way, they want it that way.
Digna was arrested at Miami Airport. In revenge for her arrest, Digna's brothers literally took out a hit on the president of Honduras, Juan Orlando Hernandez. He'd promised to protect the Vale clan from arrest, and they were furious when Digna was taken into custody. But the assassination was foiled thanks to a tip received by US intelligence.
When she was taken into custody a few months later, her brothers were arrested, so she was pretty fundamental in bringing down her entire clan. Digna was the first one to fall, and then after her it was a dominoes game.
But of course, moving 800-gram shipments of blow is not the experience of the vast majority of women in the cocaine business.
Nosotros somos pobres, sembramos, vendemos la hojita para mantener nuestro hogar y nuestros hijos educados. Ni siquiera va a haber apoyo para dejar sembrar las copas. Hasta el día de hoy, ¿qué apoyo? Nada, ningún apoyo para nosotros.
Most women involved in cocaine production are at the very low end of the supply chain, doing backbreaking work harvesting coca leaves and opium gum for a subsistence income. One woman who definitely did make it to the very top of the drug trade was Marjorie Chapon Rossell. Rossell came to the drug trade not through the product itself, but through the money. She was one of Central America's top money launderers, with the DEA estimating that she cleaned some $10 million a month for various Latin American cartels.
She was one of the few women who was decidedly middle class. I spoke to a former DEA agent and he said
to
that...
launder 10 million, you have to be a great, amazing, immaculate fucking businesswoman, bro.
Marjorie being in the legal world, she could have reached CEO position in some big company, that she was very astute and had very high-end skills, and it just so happens that she decided to apply those in the drug trade instead.
In the meantime, she cultivated contacts and protection at the very top end of the Guatemalan government.
Marjorie was incredibly valuable to the DEA, and when they sanctioned her, she realized that if she wanted to stay out of prison for the rest of her life, she was going to have to cooperate substantially. She was part of this web that went right to the top of Guatemala's political as well as criminal elite. She was absolutely right in the eye of the storm.
When she found out
Don't tell me that she told about all the money and shit, all the...
EA had been tracking her, Rossell is thought to have flipped, helping American authorities take down the rest of her network. The former vice president and former interior minister of Guatemala have both been indicted in connection to Rossell, indicating just how high up her corrupt political connections went.
Los testimonios de Chacón sirvieron para encauzar y condenar a varios acusados de narcotráfico y lavado de dinero, incluidos los empresarios Lorenzana de Guatemala.
But of course, not every female drug trafficker is
They
able
want to act all innocent, like, oh my god, like, no, I never did, like, no. She has all the signatures, she got all the papers, so they can't even say shit.
deals with the DEA. In fact, women in Latin America are disproportionately targeted by police and disproportionately imprisoned for what tend to be minor roles in the drug trade.
Según versiones de algunos informantes que manejamos nosotros en el sector, muchas mujeres, lastimosamente por la situación económica del país, se ven involucradas en trabajar de informantes de las pandillas o de venderles droga.
Across the globe, more men than women are in prison. The female imprisonment is growing disproportionately.
A lot of the times, bro, they be doing a lot of shit, a lot of bad stuff in Mexico, selling the drugs and shit. But it's like the economy over there is so bad, like they have to do something to fucking survive. And if that's the only thing that's bringing them money, good money, it's like you can't even blame them. It just that's how they get their money.
Rising by over 50% from 2000 to 2017. And in Latin America, the figures are almost unbelievable. In El Salvador over that period, female imprisonment increased by an insane 644.2%. And the vast majority of those women are in prison for low-level, non-violent drug offences.
The region's jails are full of women who have been incarcerated on fairly minor offences. Very often, they're sent with small amounts of drugs and they're pulled over by the army and arrested, but they're very often distraction. The army needs to show that they're arresting people, and once those women are caught, much bigger bulk loads of coke are let through.
Latin America is a dangerous place to be a woman. Of the 25 countries across the world with the highest rates of femicide, 14 lie in this region. And the rates of violence against women tend to almost exactly track the progress of the war on drugs.
Aquí en Choloma, a las mujeres las matan en el día, no las matan en la noche. Y entonces, y pelándolas les cortan los brazos, y les quitan como que fuera yuca, pues, le quitan la carne, la cabeza por allá, los brazos.
Just read the
Y entonces, y pelándolas les cortan los brazos, y les quitan como que fuera yuca, pues, le quitan la carne, la cabeza por allá, los brazos por allá y todo como
There were over 50,000 women murdered in Mexico between 1985 and 2017. But over a third of those murders happened in just 6 years. That stark rise came in the wake of Mexico's then president declaring a full-scale war on drug cartels in 2006.
I think the war on drugs in Latin America is being waged by police forces that are simply not equipped to do that job. Corruption is endemic, the levels of training are very poor, and so you have the police and the military involved in some of the worst human rights atrocities that the region has seen. And it just contributes to this culture of impunity where the security forces can treat people, men and women, however they please, and there's very little comeback for them.
How many women have you killed?
Muchas. 15, 20. No sé, nunca les conté, pero.
I mean, the frequency at which you're doing this.
Bro, she's just talking to that nigga mad calmly. I would be like, what the fuck, nigga?
You don't have much faith in the justice system.
I mean, she can't even do anything because if we even try, if she even thinks about doing something, she's gonna be that 21. She's gonna be that 21.
Catch you or to punish you. Is that fair?
Si en cuanto me llegara a agarrar un policía con mi arma, yo sé que dándole el dinero me dejan libre. Hay mucha corrupción aquí no.
Even more disturbing is that police themselves have been accused of countless cases of torture, rape, and femicide, all while supposedly fighting the war on drugs. In the war on drugs, pretty much.
Bro, a lot of the times, even the president could be fucking involved in that shit, bro. You don't even know, you know? Like, that niggas be, bro, that's it, bro. Drug is a billion dollar industry that is never ever gonna end. It's gonna keep going, nigga. Niggas is becoming crackheads now, I guess. Like, what the fuck?
Everyone ends up losing. But in Latin America, the drug war has coincided with a scale of suffering for women that is truly grotesque.
Aquí en la Rivera Hernández tuvo un novio con una persona de una estructura criminal. Un día el hombre le dijo que viniera para acá. Después, el 6, lo encontramos decapitada, sin cabeza.
A few women have managed to climb to the highest level of the drug trade. But for the vast majority, the war on drugs has meant poverty, violence, abuse, and murder.
We'd like to congratulate drugs for winning the war.
That's fucking insane, bro. Man, I don't agree when they be hurting the innocent, bro, you know? Like, they be hurting the innocent and shit. That shit, I don't know, bro. That shit's kind of like, damn, nigga, why females, bro? Why you killing females for no reason? Like, y'all should've be, you know how men, like, you can literally pay a little tip and pay the prostitute, they'll treat you like a king, nigga. Like, probably with a couple of cents that you probably have, nigga, you're rich. Like, you know, your niggas got money off, like, you know, like, I mean, the cartels is rich and shit. I don't know about the other niggas, you know, but man, if you like these type of videos, man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I see you know, comment down below if you like the war on drugs, man. This is one of my favorite topics, man. I don't know, man. I just grew up watching novelas, telenovelas, Telemundo, nigga. I grew up watching that shit. Every night at 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m., there was 3 back-to-back. El Señor de los Cielos, Reina del Sur, and I forgot the last one. That was the order. It was La Reina, no, it was the one I forgot the name, La Reina del Sur, del Señor de los Cielos. Back to back. So, you know, I'm watching this shit, man. But if you enjoyed the type of videos, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all niggas next time, man. Peace.